This week's video is sponsored by the worst podcast of all time. Hosted by Houston comedians Timely Rain and Iggy Oliveira, the podcast fosters human connection through a combination of philosophy and comedy. There are links to the Spotify in the description. Until recently, if you had asked me who my favorite Hashira in Demon Slayer was, the answer would have been a resounding Rengoku. The Flame Hashira's overwhelming passion and blazing spirit just sparked something inside of me, partially due to my experience watching Mugen Train. When I saw it in May 2021, it was pretty much my first movie since the beginning of the pandemic, and the first one I saw after moving halfway across the US, creating a profoundly interesting viewing experience. But even just judging Rengoku on his own merit, he's still an incredible character and a perfect introduction to the ranks of the Hashira. We properly met a second Hashira in the Entertainment District arc, and Tengen certainly burst into the show in a flashy manner, but he still didn't touch me the way Rengoku did. I've read the manga in its entirety since the Entertainment District arc has ended, and I've determined that my favorite pillar, the one who I would say is the best of the Hashira, is Shinobu Kocho, the Insect Hashira and master of poisons and medicine. Shinobu differentiates herself from the other Hashira quite quickly. When she first appears to rescue Zenitsu from Ryu's spider demons, Shinobu drifts to his aid with a grace and elegance we hadn't seen from the other demon slayers. This grace and delicacy permeates her entire character and design. Shinobu isn't like the other warriors we meet in terms of her physical build. She is easily the smallest demon slayer we meet, openly admitting that she lacks the strength to behead demons. But you can't become a pillar of the demon slayer corps without slaying demons, and lacking physical strength doesn't make Shinobu any less capable than her fellow Hashira. Shinobu wields a Nichiren sword as slight as her frame, with a slender blade ending in a rounded tip. This isn't a typical sword meant for hacking and cutting at demons, but a much lighter weapon meant to stab and slice, to keep up with a fighting style that focuses on flitting in and out of combat with light strikes. It's also perfect for administering the poisons Shinobu crafts from wisteria flowers and other flora specifically to kill demons, poisons that she's able to create on the fly in the sheath of her sword to adapt to the different demons that she's fighting. Shinobu's knowledge of extracts doesn't just enable her poisons, however. She's equally capable of healing, and she leads the healer segment of the corps, training new healers at her butterfly mansion that doubles as a hospital and physical rehabilitation center for wounded corps members. Part of what makes Shinobu stand out as a Hashira to me is this deep well of knowledge and how she uses it to strengthen the corps. I'm not saying the other Hashira are fools or useless by any means, but I do think Shinobu represents a different strength, and I think she deepens the show by being a part of it. Alright, so there's a small error in this next little section of the video. Kocho is Shinobu's family name. I accidentally referred to her older sister by Kocho instead of Keinu, which is her actual name. So just bear in mind that when I'm saying Kocho going forward, I'm referring to the eldest sister of the Kocho family. One trait that shines through Shinobu's personality is her kindness. She and her sister Kocho took in Kano at a young age to protect the young girl, and Shinobu has since raised her. Shinobu always demonstrates genuine care and compassion for the demon slayers under her watch, and has also proven that she's willing to understand their personalities to deliver individualized treatment and motivation to help them get stronger. Underlaying this kindness, however, is a deep fury that Tanjiro sniffs out quite quickly. We learn about Shinobu's past, or Doma, the upper moon rank 2 demon, killed Kocho. It's not like tragic stories are new to the demon slayers. Many of the main cast, including the Hashira, have backstories like these. Even the demons themselves tend to have a sad past. Many corps members, such as Tanjiro, first learned about the demons through a grand tragedy that changed them, and they resolved to fight demons after that. But Shinobu was already a corps member when Doma took Kocho from her. She already knew about the brutality of the demons and the harm they could cause. Now, before we we move on, I have to warn you that we have left Shinobu's role in the anime behind at this point. Everything going forward is going to contain massive spoilers for the Demon Slayer manga. Skip to the timestamp on the screen for concluding thoughts. In Demon Slayer's final arc, the Infinity Castle arc, Shinobu encounters Doma once more, and the battle with the upper rank demon proves to be her last. Despite putting up a valiant fight and composing as many poisons on the fly as she could, Shinobu simply couldn't overcome the power gap between herself and Doma. Her death here genuinely disappointed me. It seemed so weak for such a powerful character. Shinobu was simply caught in a web like a fly and gave up just as Kaino came to aid her. This battle also reinforced some of the things that made Shinobu so unique among the Demon Slayers, namely her physique and fighting style. The fury and hatred Shinobu always masked behind a pleasant smile came out completely in this battle, and she made a point of vocalizing her hatred that she wasn't taller, stronger, faster, that she wasn't more suited to being a more aggressive Demon Slayer like Rengoku or Tengen. Her insect-breathing style is unique because it focuses on the stinging fury of insects and their swift movements, rather than embodying a torrent of water or the wrath of lightning. As Keonu battles Doma and Inosuke later joins the fight, we get a critical piece of information. Shinobu never intended to survive. Her death was planned by the Insect Hashira herself. She'd spent years ingesting wisteria flowers until her body was as lethal to a demon as anything she coated her blade with. Getting consumed by Doma and allowing him to digest those poisons would weaken the Upper Moon demon to the point Keanu or another Demon Slayer could finish him off and avenge both the Insect Hashira and her older sister. But this ploy required an immense sacrifice on Shinobu's part, but was the only path that led to her victory. This revelation made the death that felt so unfair suddenly seem so much more powerful. Shinobu always had to struggle against her physical weakness and her inability to slay demons like other core members. She coped with this by developing her poisons, by mastering a breathing technique that opened an entirely different fighting style. Even in her final moments, Shinobu strove to kill demons in ways that allowed her to overcome the physical gaps between her and her peers. To really understand what Shinobu adds to the story, we have to also understand the demon's role. As a whole, the demons and the demon slayers are thematic allegories for pain and trauma. As mentioned before, almost every character in the show has a tragic backstory, human and demon, in which they were mistreated, abused, and otherwise harmed by life's, and especially people's, cruel apathy. The difference between demons and demon slayers comes with what they do with this pain. The demons take the dark path. They use their pain as an excuse to go out and hurt others, thinking the world owes them something that should be paid back in suffering and blood. That's why the demons seek revenge in this manner, hurting innocent people as they were once hurt. The demons are part of a viciously cruel cycle that delivers nothing but hatred and harm in the world. But the demon slayers chose the opposite route, using their pain as a reason to help others. Their battles against the demons are about stopping this cycle of pain begetting pain. At any point, they could turn their backs on the demons, live a normal life, but instead they soldier on and fight for a better future. And none do so more than Shinobu. Her indomitable spirit stands out even among the conviction of the other demon slayers. Despite not being physically capable of keeping up with some of the other demon slayers, Shinobu still became a Hashira. Her work at the Butterfly Manor, training new healers with her immense botanical knowledge, also allowed others who weren't as physically capable or as skilled in swordplay to still continue the fight against the demon slayers in their own way. Shinobu represents a different kind of strength in the Demon Slayer Corps. When she stood among the other Hashira, members of the Demon Slayer Corps who had made a name for themselves primarily through great physical prowess, she stood with them based on her mental strength, her ability to adapt, and her determination. The combination of a unique skill set and such a great character wielding it makes Shinobu, in my eyes, the best of the Hashira. Hello everybody, thanks for watching this week's video. Let me know in the comments who your favorite Hashira is. Shinobu is certainly wonderful, but I'm not going to pretend that she's the only great member of the Hashira. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.